Right, so this video is going right back to my roots. On the 24th of March 2024, myself and 12 other content creators made this collaboration video in which we essentially talked about one aspect of murder drones that we felt strongly about but hadn't put into a full video yet. My contribution to that video was a dissection of the pilot episode to find every point where a character should have died if it wasn't for plot armor. That clip is old, bad, and I sound like I'm constantly voice cracking because I recorded it after coming home from umpiring a tournament and my voice was shot. None of this, however, seemed to deter one individual in particular.
That would be me. Hello everyone, for those who don't know me, my name is Blooper, and I was the one to carry on this idea in the first Murder Drones video on my own channel. I was originally planning to do all of the episodes until Uncom here decided to say he would do it himself. It only took a whole year for that to happen, so I've decided to stick around to make sure this video comes out before 2026.
Blooper here will be helping me out throughout the video, and he is a fantastic creator himself, so go check out his stuff. Especially the Among Us video, that's very funny.
That was way too
convincing
fast.
argument, unfortunately, I'm just gonna tell you you're wrong. But without further ado, let's take a look at every time a member of the Murder Drones cast should have died. The explosion of this railgun should kill everyone in the classroom if it's able to do that to a foot-thick steel door.
Just gonna leave then.
Not one murder drone is guarding this door waiting for it to open.
N watches Uzi reenact an anime fight scene instead of using his supersonic speed to cut her head off.
You know what? Let's just put a they don't get a shot off with the laser cannon counter up here. V chooses not to chase after the easily catchable worker drone.
N starts aura farming instead of landing directly on Uzi.
This time I won't miss.
Khan is not shot by anyone here.
Oh, Dad!
You cut this guy's head off in less than 2 seconds, but somehow think staring Uzi down is the better play here.
Where did the massive oil leaking hole in Uzi's shoulder that made her arm go limp go?
In the same way you're about to fix it?
A wrench cannot remove malware. The murder drones corral and toy with the workers instead of efficiently killing them. Jay in particular would be incredibly against this.
For real?
This massive hole leaking oil in Thad's chest also disappears later.
Hey! Huh? Put that conventionally attractive male down.
I somehow managed to not die from cringe here. The murder drones prove in the next sequence to be inaccurate, ineffective, and arrogant to the point of doing an evil monologue. Jay clearly hasn't pirated Phineas and Ferb.
V chooses not to break free from this terrible binding.
I'd join you if the sun didn't kill me.
The fact that we can see N here means that the sunlight is hitting him.
We've got to curb her trips to the dump.
Small child Tessa has taken multiple unsupervised trips to a junkyard full of machinery.
That's weird and concerning.
V has clear access to a usable hand that can cut Uzi's head off, and her tail would dissolve her in the several hours we can assume that N slept for.
Or missed the negotiations. The humans programmed us to solve a problem. Where's proof of your backstory?
I wanted to kill myself after rewatching this scene post episode 8 and realizing V was right and wrong at the same time.
Fight me! Her. I started it, and also I'm dumb.
Brayden's circuit should be completely melted and unusable.
Yeah, she has trouble fitting in. We think there might be something damaged with her programming.
If Khan were any better of a father, this teacher would be dead.
When I went to grab your gun, it kinda looked like it crawled away.
Thad got the gun and escaped the warehouse without being mauled by the solver.
Where are your folks?
Roundabout one for this, but if Doll's parents are dead, she has no reason to be at this conference, so she should not be able to break the door and stop Lizzie from being killed by Solver J.
I want a freaking ninja star.
The Solver just smacks Uzi here instead of stabbing her to death.
Yes, and hello!
Solver J had plenty of time to just kill Thad instead of setting up this useless hologram.
You good? No.
Solver J had way too much time to kill Uzi here. The end trick should have gotten her killed and the railgun explosion would kill her too.
I hate your personality normally, but this is somehow worse.
V doesn't take this opportunity to go back and kill worker drones through that hole in the room which is still very exposed.
In an hour.
Brayden should literally be a blob of liquid metal on the floor by now.
You
alarming coping mechanisms isn't covered under a non-optional family support structure.
Uzi hasn't died with Khan as her only parent yet.
Sup, freak? Prepare to be popular.
I'm chaperoning!
This should make Uzi die of embarrassment.
But now that my dad thinks I'm here, I'm actually gonna
Doll doesn't kill Uzi right now despite knowing the risk she poses to her plan. There is no way Uzi has enough time to stack these mirrors and climb up before Doll gets there and kills her.
She's done with the murder or whatever.
No killing will be done by V for this entire episode.
Second thought, you're way harder than Doll. Run, idiot!
Lizzie doesn't die from this and only one passerby is killed.
V has tracking software that should easily be able to find and kill Flashback Doll. These redirected bullets are going straight into the bystanders and Khan by the doors.
N has now been dismembered 3 times without taking on any more oil. He should be out of material by now. Explosion and knife conveniently miss a direct impact on Doll. This bullet should be aimed at V and go through her head as she's not prepared to get out of the way.
This pod should have exploded on landing, killing this guy a few seconds before he actually dies.
A bus this unwieldy would have crashed and killed everyone by now.
1, 2.
A high school camp will involve way more situations in which V gets annoyed enough to kill a camper.
Sin doesn't kill Uzi right here. Doll, upon seeing Uzi alone with the thing that she desperately wants, doesn't try and take it from her, which would have resulted in at least one death.
This thing just shouldn't be alive at all.
Who was that?
Brayden's head should be cut off for this. There is clearly nothing of value inside anyway.
I am! Uzi is! She's a kid, like us, V!
And here lies all of the Envy shippers' trump cards. Good riddance to that discourse. Rebecca does die later, but she should be dead in the cabin.
Who did this to you? Don't remember name.
This jerk should have died in Act 2.
Flashing?
Solver Uzi decides to choke Lizzie out instead of immediately snapping her neck. Yet another missile being launched close to Lizzie that she survives. This crow should have been electrocuted by all of the wet electronics by now.
Sorry, Mother.
Louisa would have had these lot killed off ages ago if the plot didn't require them.
The key.
Vembo failing to remember this very obvious detail deserves death at V's hand here.
Worker J should not have the fighting capability to fend off the Solver. Her, Tessa, and N should be dead.
Hey buddy, you invite Doll to this?
This door somehow manages to miss V.
The Solver has clearly done this multiple times before and should be much better at it.
Uzi should be chainsawed in half here. And ironically, the worst episode in this series has the lowest number of non-deaths.
Wanna take a gander at Ethan?
Doll manages to best another Solver drone, 3 disassembly drones, and a human.
Unless this hole is several hundred meters deep, Tessa should have hit headfirst onto the floor by the time the other drones got down here.
Shoot the baby immediately.
At least one of these shots should have connected. I get most of them went into the floor at his feet, but come on.
Some parts more valuable than others, ain't they?
Since you seem to value murder drone parts so much, the only way you would have gotten these is by venturing out to where the Sentinels killed them. A place in which the Solver cores would have had plenty of time to get a new body and kill the fuck out of you.
This should not distract the Sentinel enough to stop it from killing N.
There is no reason these flashes shouldn't work on Sin. Her space helmet isn't shown to have any special properties. V chooses not to shoot this Sentinel for some reason. V also chooses not to put a bullet through Doll's head to make sure she doesn't meddle with anything else.
V also chooses to fling the bullet back at the gun instead of the Sentinel's forehead.
The most egregious laser cannon fail in this whole series. Everyone somehow survives this. Everyone survives the D&D party killer.
And you won't tell me why we're wandering around, 'cause
They killed Thad's voice actor instead of him.
There are big enough gaps in the wings for bullets to get through.
Even though Jay's goal here is getting the shuttle, she can still attack and easily kill these two on the way. I get the whole nuclear winter thing would only affect the humans, but you are 10 meters away from the central exhaust point of the collapse.
Yes, this still counts. And this too.
These things are the embodiment of nothingness. They have no mass and thus can travel at light speed. How are you missing? Solver Uzi batters Nori across the room instead of just trying to eat her straight away.
The transport hundreds of kilometers up in just a few seconds should compress the teacher into a pancake on the floor.
Spaceship pilot!
N should have already crashed into one of these rocks after getting smacked in the head. Sparky doesn't even attempt to boot loop J and set V up for an easy kill. Sparky apparently doesn't want to kill anything today.
You first, eager beaver.
Sin takes forever to do this instead of just punching a hole right through him.
None of these hands properly check the random side rooms they found. Despite getting her head cut off a good number of times, Jay doesn't run out of material.
N is once again not killed here because Silver takes too long to eat him.
Kicking a missile like this will result in it exploding in your face. You know what, let's just add a bunch of times everyone should have died, because punching a hole through the entire planet will cause a lot of bad things to happen, and that's been done many times today. But that's every single time one of the Murder Drones characters should have died throughout this series. If you have any more potential deaths you think we missed, leave a comment down below of where they are. If I get enough good ones, I'll turn it into an extra short or something. I would also like to give a big thank you to Blooper for putting up with all my procrastination-fueled deadlines and doing a great job on this video.
But that's all we've got for today. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.